Alright, hope everybody's having a good one. Welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator with Cookie Pirate. Today, we're flying the Cessna Citation Longitude, Palm Springs, California, up to Truckee Tahoe Airport, also in California, next to the Nevada border. 43,000 feet, about 49 minutes en route. So climb aboard and let's go fly. All right. Well, let's go ahead and go through the checklist and get on our way to Truckee Tahoe. Okay. A couple things first. Check landing gear is down on the handle. Parking brake is set. Speed brakes are back. Or retracted. Throttles are idle. Let's go ahead and turn the left and right batteries on. Systems, synoptics, and summary. Our oxygen pressure 1800 psi is good. Batteries showing 26 volts. Standby test works. Green comes on. Let's go ahead and do the APU. APU is running, that's looking good. External power, the switch should be off. Yeah, it's off. It looks good. Turn this down about 30%. Floodlights not needed. Alright, well, we've got lights set. Now we need to go into here. Aircraft systems. External lights. Navigation lights are on. Beacon lights are set to normal. And the pulse TCAS-TARA are on. Battery is... yeah, that's good. The amperage is not draining. It's usually 6, but I think that's before we turn those overhead lights on. So we should be good here. I know one thing we'll need to do is make sure our trim is... oh, hold on. Alright, it's good at -3. Aileron and rudder trim are set to neutral. We can hide that back. Let's get our flight plan set up here in the showing direct. VNav is enabled. Cruise climate Mach point. Altitude speed limit is 250 below 10,000. Terminal area 250 below 2,500 above the ground. Mach 0.835. I'll give us just a little bit of a buffer. And descent, Mach 0.8. Fuel on board sync. We go to takeoff data. I think we'll be taking off runway 31 left. Probably 31 left. We could go 31 right. Actually, a slightly... Alright, let's go ahead and do 3-1 right. Why not? Let's get the weather. 319 at 12. Temperature was... 38. Takeoff configuration, flap set to 1, auto ice, thrust reversers. Yeah, that all looks good. Okay. Wow. We'll set our flaps. They match. Rotated 111, or V1 will be 109, V2 at 125, and VFTO at 185. Speeds look good, we've accepted them. Let's go in and set all of our FMC stuff. Our flight plan is programmed to go direct to Truckee, Tahoe. We'll change that if we select an approach, but for now we should be good. We don't need to do any airways. VNAV is taken care of. Weight and fuel is set, takeoff data, and speeds are good. Speed bugs 109, 111, 125, and 185 are all showing up on the list. APU running, so we're good on that there. Alright, let's get the autopilot all set up here. Altitude, we're going to 43,000. Oh, 43,000. For whatever reason in my head, I was thinking 41,000. Alright. Altitude is set. VNAV activate. FLC activate. NAV activate. Heading set to the runway should be 310. And we can fine tune if we need to. Altimeter is set, 2976. And we'll set just that. We can just set that code. Alright, we are ready to go ahead and start the engine. Let's just take a look at our start pressure. Should be 32. Trying to remember where we'd see that. Oh, here it is. Yeah, 32 right there. Okay. Alright, right engine. Now, before we start the left engine, we just want to make sure that clears, or that this down here is an indicator. That is cleared, so we just need to wait for that. Alright, that's good. We are good to go ahead and start the left engine. It's cleared. That is cleared. We're looking good there. Hydraulic pressure is looking good at 3,000. Fuel PPH is positive. Rudder aileron trim confirmed neutral. We set the elevator trim set for takeoff in the green band. Let's go in and just take a look at the flight controls. Rudder. Elevator. Ailerons. Speed brakes are good. Let's just look real quick at the pre-flight parameters. Parking brake, we can just check set. It's good. All of that's set for takeoff. Standby battery is armed. We'll get the music back in just a second here. Alright, it looks like we are good to taxi, so let's just see left and right. We'll turn out to the right and taxi out. We're going to runway 31 right. So we get that set. And, we'll be on our way momentarily. Parking brake. Left, right.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left.
Oh, hello. Equipment driving right through. Ha. Yeah, that was weird.
No, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
I think if we'd gone back around, we'd be. Yeah, no, since we're down here, we'll just change the takeoff runway to 3-1 left. There's no sense in taxiing all the way back up for the shorter runway.
No, I don't want no rest. Echoing
So we'll just go ahead and taxi forward.
to create a song.
Beautiful scenery. This view right here.
Miss a beat. And on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun.
Alright, we are holding short, so that is going to be just a quick run through before takeoff checklist.
Through the wastelands, through the highways,
Um,
and on we'll go.
well, the other thing we need to do is actually, back in performance, we'll change takeoff data.
And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see
All pretty much still the same numbers, 108 for V1, 111 for VR.
and we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays.
Oh, we can play with that in a bit.
We'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and
Well, I forgot to turn taxi light on, but whatever. Landing lights, anti-collision lights, and we should be good to go. Confirm we're taking off, runway 31 left. So we'll taxi out.
No takeoff. No takeoff.
Oh, there we go. All our messages are cleared. So we'll taxi out onto the runway. We'll line up. Check our heading bug. Okay. We'll throttle forward. Holding our brakes. Up to 40%. Engines are spooling up. Let's go full power.
here we go.
Auto throttle is armed. Airspeed is alive. Engine instruments are in the green. We're looking for 111 to rotate. There we are. And we are up. We have a positive rate of climb. Gear up. And we can go ahead and bring flaps up. Lower the nose just a little bit here. And we are high enough that we can go ahead and turn the autopilot on. Alright, there we go. Look at all the windmills. And beautiful city of Palm Springs. It's actually super pretty right back here with the mountains and everything. Look at all the pools in people's yards. So it probably gets super hot, so they might go swimming. It was 38 Celsius on the ground. That's 100 Fahrenheit. Look at all the golf courses. Kinda hot, but well, I guess it isn't humid, so. And now we're flying over all the windmills. Look at all of them. I mean, that's just a massive no. Look at them all. That's impressive. Alright, let's run through a quick climb checklist here. We have positive rate, gears up, 1000 autopilot engaged, flaps are up. So now all we need to do is just wait to 10,000 feet. We will go ahead and turn off the lights. Landing lights and seatbelt signs. Alright, there we go. 10,000 feet. Anti-collision stay on. Those are off now. We'll accelerate to 270 knots. We can see our full route. On here we can zoom out. Okay. A beautiful view up here. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, that's remarkable. Beautiful view of the mountains right up over here. Palm Springs and everything. And I believe out over on this side is more like Riverside, San Bernardino, Ontario. All of that out there. There's some haze. But we can actually see the coast. Look out over here. Orange County's down here. We've just passed now through 18,000 feet. So we have our standard pressure 29.92 set. We can go ahead and turn the APU off. .20,000 feet, it is minus 14 Celsius, 7 degrees Fahrenheit. And there we've hit 0 Fahrenheit at 22,000 feet. Minus 18 Celsius. From what I was looking at, it's going to be somewhere close to about minus 55 up at altitude, or minus 70 about, minus 70 Fahrenheit. Cool thing is we'll be going right over excuse me, Yosemite National Park on the way up. We may get a glimpse of Las Vegas out in the distance. And then the really cool thing is we'll be descending right over Lake Tahoe on our way into Truckee. You can kind of see it right here on this map. Right about there. This is Lake Tahoe. We got a fair ways to go, of course. Nice, some coastal fog. But inland the weather is very nice. Alright, we're just passing through 30,000 feet. And the temperature is minus 38. And the FMS should end up switching our speed over to Mach. At any moment, I think it's actually supposed to do it closer to about 29,000 feet. Oh, maybe it's automatic. I don't know. Maybe it just does when it switches, like... I don't know, when your actual Mach number gets to where it's about supposed to be. Let's get a glimpse outside. I'm actually starting to like this plane more now that I've kind of figured it out. I'm a really big fan of the Citation Latitude, just kind of the sister plane to this. I think the Latitudes, they're a little smaller, and their wingtips kind of curve a little more gradually upward, not like straight up like that. It's a smaller plane, a little bit, absolutely beautiful. I think the Latitudes are gorgeous planes. These are nice too. LA area out here. And this is kind of inland a bit. I think Palmdale's out over this way. Yeah, Victorville just off our left, and then Palmdale further out that way. Take a look. All of this right up here is Yosemite. Well, not all of it, but it's within this area. And then here's Lake Tahoe, and that's Truckee Airport. We did a flight Minden, I think. Maybe I did not do that on stream, I don't remember. But Minden is right here, South Lake Tahoe is here, and Truckee is here. But we'll be going right over the lake on our descent into Truckee. Up at 37,000 feet now. And yeah, this is where the Mach number is taken over. I think it's once these start to intersect. 40,000 feet. Yeah, we're climbing at a slower rate here at Mach 0.8 because we're maintaining our forward speed. If we stayed at 0.76, we would gain a... That was the suggested best rate of climb at that altitude. But we're actually saving just a little bit. And up here. The good news is we have a tailwind. The bad news is not much. About 3 knots. It's actually showing we only have about 38 minutes to go. 37 minutes. Thousand feet to go. Yeah, minus 54. That is minus 65 Fahrenheit, I believe. It's tougher in my head to actually work out those low numbers like that. Yeah, I think it is minus 65 Fahrenheit. Alright, here we are. We reached our cruise altitude. And the only thing we really need to do up here at cruise is just sit back and relax. Only things that we're going to be keeping our eyes on are going to be just any changes in the weather, and then we'll just plan for our descent path. What we can go ahead and do is get the weather at Truckee. 230 at 13 gusting to 19 at 73 degrees Fahrenheit, 23 Celsius. It's pretty good weather. Two, 3-0. That's going to be favoring 2-0 is kind of short. Two 9 is probably the more favorable, and we look and see what approaches there are. They have a GPS for 1-1 and they have a GPS for 2-0. Okay. I don't know why it's saying set climb power. We should be in cruise power. um... 3,200, and then we have 4,500. I'll tell you what we'll probably do is go ahead and set runway 29. Don't want to change that. We do want to change is that. We'll just fly it visually. $3,300. A good bit of a crosswind. We'll plan on that for now, subject to change. Oh, so we basically just set to a fix. That's actually really helpful. It's like right at the end of the lake. Yeah. We won't need to worry. We'll just set this to 200. Obstacle clearance is not provided for visual approaches. Fine.
But it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining
About 27 minutes to top of descent, so we got a long time to cruise up here. Take a look outside. We'll be going over Yosemite here. Not quite yet, but oh, that's pretty. And then we have all the interior. Like out here, it's kind of tough to see, but these are the Central California, like, coastal mountains. And then this is like the inland valley. Bakersfield, Fresno, Visalia, little distorted with the wide view, but that's just, oh man, that's remarkable. Look at the moon right up there too. And you've got this ridge right here. This was kind of a lake, but it's more of a... It's like dried up, kind of a marsh. But yeah, we just fly right over all these mountains up through here. Pretty much the entire way. Now there's a little ways to go before we get like right up to Yosemite, but you can kind of see it all up around here and everything. This is all Nevada. And I'm not sure if we're gonna get much of a view of Vegas. Maybe that there? I'm not sure. We may have already passed it. Let me pull the map up. Yeah. Yeah, we're kind of a beam. So it would be... It would be back this way. So it may be back here. It may still be kind of out of range to see. I'm not sure. But that's still pretty cool. Get this gorgeous view of these mountains over here. Spectacular. Alright, back inside the cockpit here. Yeah, so for whatever reason this has a loop. We won't be doing that, so I wouldn't bank 100% on these times. In fact, let's see if we can clean that up a little bit. Yeah, that kind of just updated there. Oh, given a little bit of a horse modification, I guess, or whatever's going on with that. Excuse me. See if there's any sort of a fix that we could go to nearby or something. I mean, there's the Palisades VOR, but that's kind of out of the way. I mean, if we fly close to Carson City, but that still takes us a little bit out of the way. So maybe we need to set an approach. Alright, that gives us a little bit of a... And... well, that still doesn't give a stop of descent. Oh. Alright, now it does. That's good. And yeah, top of descent's in like 2 minutes. So it's a good thing we got that set up and configured. Real quick glance out of the cockpit, because we're flying right over. So Mammoth Lakes Airport, I believe this is down, like right down here. Yep. And this is all Yosemite. Mono Lake up here. A lot of really small lakes. June Lake, Mammoth Lake. I'm not sure if we passed it, but I'm wondering where El Capitan is. It's one of the famous summits in the park. I'm not totally sure where it's at. That's really pretty though. That is gorgeous. That's spectacular. Yeah, I don't see it so far, but oh well. So yeah, there's Yosemite, Mammoth Yosemite Airport. We're getting pretty close to top of descent here. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, we're starting to go down now. Well, I messed that up. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I didn't have the altitude descent set. For now, we're good to go down to 15,000. So let's just go with that for now. And super pretty view. Now we're far enough inland, we won't be able to see the coast. I stand corrected. Unless these are, yeah, these are mountains. Oh, you can see just a tiny glimpse of the water out there. Wow. Just barely. It's impressive. And yeah, here are some kind of landmarks that are pointed out in Yosemite. Have kind of a steep descent rate at the moment. We've got quite a ways to make it down. we're really booking it down. That is quite a steep descent. I think we were a little late triggering the top of descent. Oh well, that plane will get us caught up to where we need to be. It also could be part that we have the, oh yeah, now we're... It could just be that we're catching up to it. Oh, that should give us plenty of room to get set up. Now that I'm looking at that. Oh, we're maintaining 300 knots on the descent. That's good. Beautiful view coming in. We can just start to barely see Lake Tahoe. Kinda up here, I believe. Well, actually, we may be closer in. This might be the lake right here. At first I thought it was this up here. We'll keep that descent coming down and let the kind of let all that take over. And this is saying we should be on the ground in 8 minutes. It'll probably be just a little more than that. Say 10 to 12 minutes. We should be down on the ground. Down through 24,000 feet. Let's just do the descent checklist real quick. I mean, there's probably a little bit to go. Alright, we'll do an altimeter set when we get down to 18,000 feet. The altimeter at Truckee 30.10. Get just a little bit bumpy up here. And I think this is Minden Tahoe Airport, actually, now that I'm looking. And then the lake is right here. That's definitely clear now. Kingsbury Gap. Or Kingsbury Grade, really. As the lower part of the mountain. See, these come up and these come up, and then there's this low part. And it's a good point to pass over. And we'll be having to get slowed down here pretty shortly. Has us crossing that fix at 6,500 feet, and the airport elevation is 5,900. Something doesn't sound quite right about that. We'll have to play it by ear, because the elevation of the lake is 6,200, so we're gonna actually... Now, this could be a little bit of a tricky. Alright, we just passed below 18,000 feet, so we'll go ahead and set this. It should be 30.1. Make sure performance is set. 126 and 114. Oh no, okay, it's saying that we'll be at final at 65, 63, and we cross this at 7,800. That makes more sense. That's definitely safer. Quick view outside, there's Minden Tahoe Airport. Carson City's just up the way, and then Reno is a little further up. Here's the lake. The South Lake Tahoe Airport. This right here is the Kingsbury Grade. I believe you can drive. Is this? I think it is. Is that a... Oh, it looks kind of jagged and uneven to be a road, but that might be the road to get over that. Not sure. Either way, there's the lake. That's beautiful. That's so pretty out there, the houses, all the boats and stuff that you can get. Airport's right there. Now we're slowing down to get our speed down to 250 before we get into, or get below 10,000. Did you hear the engines kind of power down a bit? A little bit of turbulence, not too bad. I think we want to try to get slowed down a little more. We can bring the speed brakes out just to kind of help us bleed some of that speed off a bit. And we'll be watching our terrain. We have the relative, so the green, yellow, red. So we'll be watching that because we're going to have to fly kind of over this pass down to the runway. It's going to be a little bit of a tricky approach. And this is super pretty. Now we're crossing over the lake. Let's go ahead and zoom in on this here. We can drop flaps to 1 below 250. We'll probably go ahead and do that here in just a moment. We gotta get the plane slowed down to 126. In fact, what we can do is manually. Turn it to 200. We're still... I think it's because we're still more than 10 miles from the airport, so it hasn't slowed us down to that. But it's probably better just to go ahead and get slowed. Let's go flaps 1. And we're going to start turning here. The terrain rises right here. Look at that. And we're going to be passing low over this. We just need to be careful to make sure it doesn't fly us too low. Now we're going to disconnect that. Let's go ahead and lower our second level of flaps. We're below. And this was what I was a little bit concerned about. Alright, I see the runway. We can go visual. And everything we're over right now is green. Let's go ahead and drop the gear.
Terrain. Terrain.
Now we're fine. It's because we're less than 1,000 feet above it. But yeah, that's a really steep approach. There's nothing you can do to really get around that. We gotta get below 180 to get flaps full. Our throttles are on. Let's disengage those. Pull the power. Now we have a very steep approach. We need to... I think I dropped those a little too early. Well, let's just pull back and we can lower the nose.
Sync rate. Sync rate.
We're fine. Let's take the power out. We're doing fine. We're full flaps. We've got plenty of room.
Sync rate.
What we'll do is
Sync
just...
rate.
So we kind of get to the glide path we need. I guess what we probably could have done is just land on 2-0 with a strong crosswind. Alright, final check. Whoop.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Ooh, that was a hard landing. But we're on the ground. That was a fairly hard landing, but we managed to get the plane on the ground. Oh man. I can kind of see why they would have you go the other way. But yeah, just the wind was not favorable. Pretty view over here too. Oh, we always have to skip that song. Just don't like it. I'm not very satisfied with that landing. I would have done that differently, but hey, we made it on the ground. It is just, there's so much stuff over here. It's like I'm going through, everything's driving in my way. The cars just drove through each other. That's funny. Not even really sure where the jets park. How about just over here? Alright, we're good to stop there. Let's go ahead, set the parking brake, and run through our checklists. Okay. Let's get through this here pretty quick. Yeah, I never even turned the seatbelt and the landing lights on. Whatever. Let's just go ahead and open the covers to these. Flaps are up, parking brake is set. We don't even need to run the APU because it's going to be a really short shutdown. We'll just turn the battery checklist. Or the battery switches off, that's on the checklist. This down here can come down too. And there we go, it's about a 55-minute flight. Or 53-minute rather. And we don't get credit for a takeoff. Okay. And there we are on the ground, beautiful up here too. Alright folks, well welcome to Truckee Tahoe Airport, Truckee, California. And thanks for joining me from the flight, or on the flight from Palm Springs to here. Hope to have you aboard on the next one. And until then, take care, stay safe. We'll see ya.